Oh, hi kids, how are you? It's Steve the Builder here. I've just been cutting some cardboard up and laminating it. Do you know what laminating means? It means making layers. Look, I've torn that bit off. You can see that this piece of cardboard here is made of layers. 3 layers, a smooth piece on the outside and some crinkly bits in the middle and a smooth piece on the other side. That's 3 laminations. But look what I've made. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, all the same size, and I'm going to stick those together with some glue, and then think how many laminations there'll be. There'll be 4 laminations with 3 laminations in each. That's lots. Now the reason I've done that is that you might not have little cardboard boxes like I've got here. So you can make something similar out of layering up your pieces of cardboard. Now I'm going to make today a petrol station. That's lots of fun, isn't it? And we're going to have it so we can drive our little cars through the station. So I hear that you've been busy building houses at home. In fact, Ricky's house, well, I'm absolutely amazed at. Fantastic work. And Andrew, I hear that you've been building a Lego house. That's brilliant. In fact, lots of children have been wonderful for their parents. So, as I promised today, I'm going to let you see my workshop, but that's a wee bit later on. So let's talk about our project today. It's a petrol station, and I've got a plan here. So I'll get Linda just to zoom in on our plan. Here's the bird's eye view we talked about. That's called a plan view. And it looks like 2 dogs' bones, but it's not really. It's going to be where we put the petrol bowsers. So that's going to stand here, this one's going to stand here, that one's going to be there, and that one's going to be there. And I've cut these from a paper towel roll. And that dotted line shows a roof over the top. So you'll see that in a minute when I give a little demonstration on the table. Here's our profile view from the side, or this in case it's from the front. It's got my garage, but it's really a petrol station. And look, it's even got a car wash like your petrol stations have sometimes where you go with your mum and dad. And here's where you go in to pay for your petrol. So let's come back out, and you'll see that so far I've made, let's just move that all out. I've made the base, that's going to be the forecourt, and I've marked on where we're going to stick the poles that hold the roof up, because we don't want to get wet while we're pouring our petrol into our car, do we? And we're going to need to have 2 more to hold the roof. And the petrol bowsers, where the petrol will have a little bit of string maybe come out there for being the petrol pipes. And there we are, that's going to go like so. And we're going to have a little roof on top of that. I'll glue all this up soon, like that. And this one will go over here. So let's look at that word again, laminations. You might need to laminate up a piece of cardboard if you haven't got a wee soapbox like I managed to find 2 of these as my pump. So you can make one out of that, it'll be fine. And of course you could paste some paper on it or draw on it, colour it in, and it'll go in here like so. So now I'm going to glue that together soon, but in the meantime we might go up and have a little look in my workshop, because I said to Linda it would be a good idea if I made 2 garages, 2, one out of cardboard and one out of wood, so that you can have it at the preschool when you come back, so you can play with it then. So let's go up to my workshop. See you there. Welcome to my workshop, boys and girls. This is the first time I've ever had anybody else in my workshop. Now, I'm going to be cutting some more things on the saw. This is the first thing I've cut. This is the baseboard. So we're going to take the baseboard around here, but I want to show you my saw first. This is called a bench saw. It has a big sharp blade right in the middle, and the blade can come up and down depending on how deep you want to make the cut. So if I wind this big handle on the back, up she comes. Really deep cuts can be made on this saw. And then over here on the side I've got a drop saw. It's called a drop saw because the blade drops down like this when it does the cutting. So I'll be using this later on to cut the posts that go onto the baseboard. So we're going to go and find a piece of wood to fit this. So follow me around and we'll have a look at the other side of my workshop. You can see here a helicopter that was at the preschool, but the blades are broken and we need to fix that, so I've got that ready to go. Here's the piece of wood that I was going to cut for the posts. Oh, and look, have a look at that plan. What do you think that plan was for? You're right, it was for the caravan. And the caravan was made right here in this workshop, right where we're standing now. And over on the wall here you can see a photo when the caravan was finished. We put it on my truck and we took it from here to the preschool. Mums and dads might have a little laugh here. We thought that the children would hop in and go for holidays, but really the first kids that hopped in leaned out the window and started selling coffee. So that was a interesting move for me. Anyway, let me just take this off and we'll carry on. We're going to cut this piece of wood the same length as the posts in the cardboard version. It's a little bit narrower, but that won't matter, I'm sure, because it's so very strong. Now, I have fitted a stop block so that when I cut the wood, I've got something to push it up against so that they all end up being the same length. So I need to put on my mask and my ear defenders and then start my vacuum cleaner. So here we go, mask, ear defenders, now the vacuum cleaner, and then I'll be able to start cutting. So they were cut 3 of them, but look, this one's a little bit short, so I'll have to get another piece of wood from out of my workshop around the other side, and we'll cut the 4th one, then I'll be ready to put it together. Well, boys and girls, it's been lovely having you in my workshop. I've cut the 4th one of these, so now I'm ready to fix them onto the baseboard with some glue, and then the roof will be able to go on. And of course I'm going to work on the cardboard one as well. These will be glued on, and my little boxes that are going to make the petrol pumps will be glued on too. And I'm going to use my saw to cut some blocks the same size as this little box so that we can have pumps over here too. So tomorrow I'll have that all glued up ready for you, and we'll carry on with the building that goes here, which is the shop and where you pay for your petrol. So until tomorrow, boys and girls, be good for your parents. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.